Hi, it's IG Sparks Made here again. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this deep V neckline or the plunge neckline for your corsets. So let's just get right to it because it's going to be a short video. So here I have my pattern paper and my fabric, and I had transferred my pattern to my fabric. And if you look very closely, I added 1 inch allowance to the main fabric here, so you can see the 1 inch allowance all around the part where the cup is going to be fixed. And this is what my complete pattern paper looks like here. So, and I also did like a V design to indicate how deep or how shallow I want my deep V to look like. Okay, so now it's totally up to you. This is the back. I had already prepared the back, and this is what it looks like. So let us just focus on the main thing. Also, if you want to see a detailed video on how to do this transparent corset, I have that on my channel. Now remember that we came out by 1 inch allowance, so I'll just go ahead and come down by how deep I want this opening or this neckline styling to be. That is where I am going to be starting my boning styling. Yes, so our V neckline, I would first of all measure how deep I want to come down. So I used 1.5 inch there, so you can do up to 5 inch. Depends, some of you want your styling to start from your underbust point or even below your underbust point, so it's absolutely up to you, but this technique works really well. So I'll just go ahead, because one side of this boning is going to be a shorter length and the other side is going to be the whole full length of the blouse. Yes, remember that this is just one of the many methods. So there are several ways to go around this, but this is just one of the methods that I use for my plunge neckline styling. So when I'm done preparing the shorter boning, which will be on the left, I'll go ahead and stitch it down onto my corset mesh or onto my fabric. And then when I'm done stitching it down, I will go ahead and prepare the other side, which is the longer length of the boning. Now making sure that this shorter part is entering into the other side. Yes, making sure that the shorter length is going to, when you're fixing the longer length, the shorter length is going to be entering into the short length. Yes, so that means that the longer length would cover the end of the shorter length. Yes, because that is the effect you want to have. Okay, and like I said, this is just one of the many methods. There are other methods, to do this, to achieve this neat finishing of a plunge neckline. Okay, so now this is just me making sure that I stitch neatly, because like I said, this method is not the best, but it also gives a great result. But you have to be extremely cautious while doing it. So I went ahead to sew everywhere and then sew the other sides as well, to close up this styling. Now when I'm done with this, I will now go ahead and place my skin net over this. But this is what it looks like. So I'll place my skin net over it just to give that neat finish, that neat turning. Okay, now if you want your skin net to be the one in the front, that you turn it the other side. That is, it's going to be placed vice versa. But if you want it to be at the back, this is how you're going to sew it. So when you go ahead and sew that opening, you go ahead and trim off the excess out to get that V shape. So after trimming off the whole excess out, this is what it should look like. And after ironing, this is the result that I have. You see how nice and how neat it looks? Yeah, so this is just the secret to achieving a beautiful neckline or a beautiful deep V or plunge neckline styling without it, looking shallow. Yeah, too shallow. So now when I'm done, the next thing I'm going to do is, come down by the 1/2 inch. Remember that we added 1 inch allowance to this cup area where the cup is going to be placed. So now I'm going to have to remove the ½ inch to leave it at ½ inch, which is our sewing allowance, because I cannot use the 1 inch as the sewing allowance. So I came down by ½ inch on both sides of the cup. Now after coming down by ½ inch on both sides of the cup, I will now finally fix up my cups. Now after fixing up my cups, you get to see the real beauty of this plunge neckline. You can see that it went from looking very basic to looking really beautiful. Now this is what the end result will look like after doing your deep V or your plunge neckline styling. So this is what I have here. Okay, now of course it's not going to be a walk in the park, and like I said, if you want to watch a detailed video on how to sew a transparent corset or a dartless corset, I'll be dropping the link in the description below, so kindly go and watch. And after fixing the yoke on this corset, this is what it looks like. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you'll be trying this out. See you on my next video. Bye.